Hi, I'm John Fraser, the Polaris Travel Experts YouTube channel, and welcome to this edition of Live on Location, where we're going to be taking you through a tour of Beaches Negril. Come join us. So we're going to start our tour. We're going to take you through the entrance here of Beaches. The Beaches Negril actually sits on about 20 acres. So it's a fairly big property for a beach property. So this is where you arrive. Good morning. Over to the left is the check-in deck, or desk. To the right here, you have the great room. This is where you may wait if you get here early and your room is not ready. You can see straight ahead, there is a gourmet desk, or a sign that says gourmet on this desk. This is where you can let them know if you have any dietary restrictions, allergies, things of that nature. You can let them know here, and they will make sure to work with the chefs to accommodate your needs. Let's kind of move through here. If we go up these stairs to the right, this is where you're going to find the kids club, actually the teens club rather. So there's a couple things up here. Actually, there's restrooms here as well. This is Trenchtown, 11 to 17 years old. So this is where your teens and tweens are gonna come. There's also Liquid at the Beach. This is the nightclub here. From 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, the nightclub is open to teens and tweens. They give them mocktails. And then starting at 11 o'clock, 11 to 2 a.m., it's open to just the adults. You can pan your camera down. You can see there's some kids playing ping pong there. There's a billiard table, this little area. We'll head back down that way. Now, over to straight ahead and to the right, there is the resort shop. And in the resort shop, you can find your typical souvenirs, things like that, but you can also find Build-A-Bear in there. So if you have kids who are of that age, who would want to do a Build-A-Bear, maybe it's raining one day, one afternoon, that's a really cool activity to go and do with the little ones. You can see coming up to our right, you have more foosball tables, and you have Café du Paris, or Café de Paris, or Paris, as they say here, and in Paris, I believe. You can get pastries in there. They have really good coffee in there. You can also get crepes in there. So to the right, again, if you pan the camera over, or if you're watching this on live location, we will be adjusting that for you. You can see the main pool here. Now the pool's open 24 hours a day. It's just a matter if there's a lifeguard on duty. The only time they close it is if they're doing maintenance on it. I'm not sure you'll be able to see it on the video or not, but if you look very closely at this top level here, there's a message in there. You can actually, and it's only like $40 for the day, so ask your travel agent about this. You can actually have a message put in this little pool that lasts for days. Kind of cool. In the evenings, there's some two round bowls. They look like bowls. Those are actually fire. They're lit up in the evenings. So over to the left, we have our big top. This is where the entertainment happens. Over to the right, they have the theater bar. And then you have the actual theater here. Pretty good shows. At 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock, they have a Sesame Street show every night, but Thursday night. Thursdays, they actually have a parade. And then in the evenings, you get the entertainment that's geared more towards everybody. You'll have acrobats, singers, different things. They mix it up every night. This is Yaku, it's the Peruvian kitchen. Very good. You do need reservations for Yaku, and there's one other, the name is escaping me right now, I'll put it in. It's basically the hibachi. So. This is the mill, this is the buffet. They do try to mix up the buffet at least around lunch. Each day they'll have something different. There's a pool bar over there. It's not open yet. We try to get out early to respect the guests and their privacy. But it is a nice pool bar. Just FYI too, if you're watching this either in 360 or with the, if you're watching the live on location, it is the same content. The difference is the live on location. We will be setting the focus of the camera, and the video quality is going to be a little bit higher. With the 360, you can spin the camera around and choose your own adventure a little bit. But unfortunately, when we upload to YouTube, the files are so big and they're kind of complex. And when they go through the conversion process, you lose a little bit of that crispness on the video quality. So that's why we're doing 2 videos. So if you watch one, it's the same content. It's really just up to you if you'd rather choose the focus of the camera, then watch a 360 video. If you'd rather have a little better picture quality, then the live on location is for you. So heading over here, you've got 2 food trucks, and watch your step here. If you pan the camera down, you can see where there's a foot bath here. So if you're thinking it's just another step, your feet might get a little wet. Not a big deal, but it could surprise you. Might be speaking from experience, might not. So here's the 2 food truck areas. Over to the right, you've got the green machine. This is going to be more of a healthy option. Salads, bowls, those kind of things. And then to the left, you have chicken dippers. And it's what it sounds like. It's chicken tenders, different dishes with chicken. To the right over here, they're building a new restaurant. It's going to be an Italian restaurant, and it's going to be on the beach. They kind of tease it. I don't know if it's going to be this way or not, but they said, Italian food with your toes in the sand. Not sure if you're going to be actually able to put your toes in the sand. This should be done in December of this year, in 2024. Here's the Dino's Pizzeria, Italian pizzeria. Open for lunch throughout the day. And then just on the other side of that is where you could get the dry side of the pool bar. Okay, continuing on here. So one of the things I really like about this property is if you pan your camera to the left, you can see there's like a little parrot statue, piece of art. There's a little art all over the place, and if you look closely, you might find some Sesame Street art for the kids. Over to the right, you have a hammock. You'll see those around the property as well. Those are first come, first serve. You also have shuffleboard to the right, and this is an area that can be set up for event, maybe a wedding. You can see there's a little gazebo there. So you can have a reception out here, you can do a wedding out here. There's also another area on the beach where they'll set it up if you want to have a beachfront wedding. We're on the west side of the island, so you do get really beautiful sunsets over here. That's one of the big draws, and the beach here is probably the best beach in Jamaica. It's one of the nicest beaches in the world. So really great place if you wanted to have that picture perfect wedding on the beach. The building in front of me, this is the Even Tides building. So the Even Tides and the Fireside building here on property are the only 2 that have Butler suites in them. And the Butler suites are the only suites that can get room service. There's no concierge club, or there's no club level here. So if you're not in a Butler suite, you cannot get room service here on property. The other thing that's unique about this building in front of me is it's really designed for groups, for groups of 6 to 10 people. It's not that you have to have a group, but the rooms are bigger. They're meant to have, or the suites are bigger. They're meant to have people, and it's the only building on property that has an elevator. So if you have accessibility needs, you know, if you're in a wheelchair or something like that, you require an elevator, this is going to be the building you're going to want to book. And again, check with your travel advisor. They can help you with that. If you're not working with a travel advisor, we'd love to help you. But yeah, your travel advisor can really help get you in the right spot. Another cool thing about these suites here is that they come with telescopes. So again, as you kind of pan your camera around, you can see that you have this amazing view. A telescope would be kind of cool. You can see some ships out on the ocean. You can see the stars in the evening. You can look for dolphins. They do come around here every so often, as do turtles. So yeah, it's really, really a nice feature there for that. You can see there are some Bali beds here out on the beach. These are reserved here. These are reserved for the Butler suite. There are other cabanas on the beach, and you'll see the signs on these that say Butler. The other cabanas are available to be reserved, and you can actually go in and I think it's about $140 a day. You can have up to 5 people in the cabana. It comes with an igloo cooler or some kind of cooler, and they'll stock that with drinks and whatnot for you. I do want to come down to the beach here, because this is really where you need to pan the camera around. It is absolutely a gorgeous beach here. You can see the water is really clear. I went for a swim yesterday out here. I saw a huge stingray. Don't worry, it wasn't interested in me. It wasn't anything dangerous. But it swam right along with me for a little while, and then 2 spotted stingrays, which are somewhat rare to see, swam right in front of me. So it was really cool. There's not a ton of fish out here, but there are some, and you may want to bring goggles or you know, a snorkeling mask, and you can go out and see what you can see. There's ropes out there, so if you do want to go out for a swim, make sure to stay inside of those ropes. It's a pretty long stretch here, so you can get a good swim in that's uninterrupted, but there are boats that will zoom past out there. So just for safety, probably want to stay within inside of those ropes. This is a great walkable beach. You can go down past the property here, probably 400 or 500 yards before you run into kind of a wooded section. There is a path that goes along there, but it's not really much to see. I would recommend going the other way. So I went up a mile. We're about a 3/4 of a mile from the Margaritaville here. And so, you know, just under a mile, you can walk up to Margaritaville. It's really great little beach here. One other thing I will mention is that you do get vendors coming up and down the beach here. So you're gonna wanna be aware of that. Very friendly folks, but they may offer you some, let's call them party favors here. So if you have teenage kids or whatnot, you may want to keep an eye on them down here, so they don't end up with something new, just put it that way, and green and fragrant. But again, just I've been approached a number of times, and I just politely say no thanks, I'm working, and they wish me a good day, and we all move on. So it's not a huge deal, but be aware that it is here. See, there is some shade over here as well with some of the palm trees. Really, really beautiful property. And although I don't want to, I'm gonna leave the beach. But for you guys, I'll come back. Don't worry. I'll come back to the beach and hang out. Towels are provided here. You'll see towel stands. We're coming up on one. They're pretty easy to find. You have some... I'm sorry, I'm working. I'm sorry.
You're working?
Yes, I'm trying to bring you more customers.
All right, no problem.
So you can get your towels here. You can see there's a massage table over to the left. Here's another cool little area. This area can also be set up for events. So if you're having a wedding or you want to have a reception over here, so maybe you have the ceremony on the beach and then you have the reception over here. By the way, if you check out our 5-minute review video, we'll have some pictures in there of the wedding setup or at least the event setup. So that gives you kind of an idea of what you might be able to do with your wedding there. There's a little play area that we're coming up on. This play area has sand. So if kiddos fall, you'll have a nice soft landing. Detail is more geared towards the littler kids. So if you have those teens and tweens, probably not going to be of interest to them. There's also a splash pad that we will take you over to see. Again, more geared towards littler kids. But don't worry, there's things for the teens as well. We'll get to those. So we come up on the next pool here. A little noisy, they're doing some early morning maintenance. There is a pool bar here. This is probably the most crowded pool. I'd say this is the pool where I've seen the most amount of people in it. Over to the right here, this is where they do the Discover Scubas. So, good morning. So if you want to try scuba, you can do that here. They also have resort courses. So you can actually take lessons here. The restaurant you see over to the right is Mariachi's. Mariachi's is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. At breakfast time, it has a different menu. It actually has the stew fish menu. But then it's open the rest of the time. This pool is closed right now for treatment, but this is where you would find the splash pad, and there'd be lots of water shooting up all over the place. It's super fun. You can see the lazy river here as well. Lazy river is open to everyone, and it does have a current, so be aware of that. It's going to sweep you wrong. That is the point. You'll also be able to see the water slides. There's 2 water slides. Pro tip, the one on the right, if you get up there and you're facing them, the one on the right is the fast one. So if you're gonna race your kids and you wanna win, you can get on the one on the right. If you don't wanna shoot out the bottom, then get on the one on the left, but it's pretty fun. Yeah, this is Mariachi's right here. So as we make our way over, Kimonos, this is the other restaurant that you need a reservation for. Oh, I can't skip this. Really good selfie or picture opportunity with Oscar the Grouch right there. Again, yeah, Mariachi's. Over to the right, or let's finish with Kimonos. So Kimonos, this is your hibachi, and yeah, very popular, so that's why you need a reservation for that one. Barbecue is open until 3 o'clock. I think it opens around lunchtime, and then it's open till 3 o'clock in the morning. So if you go to Liquid, the nightclub, and you need a little recovery, you can go there and get some food. This is Yo-Yo's. It's the frozen yogurt bar, so a very popular place. Obviously. It's kind of like an orange leaf. If you have an orange leaf or a Menchie's, you get the frozen yogurt and then you can put stuff on top of it. Okay, to my right we have a foot bath, which is really nice when you're coming off of the beach. So we'll come back to the beach because we really can't get enough of the beach. It's pretty awesome. There is a beach bar up to my left. There's a beach bar, and then to my right is the jerk shack. So during the day, you can come here and you can get your jerk chicken, jerk pork. It's delicious. And then in the evenings, this becomes a different restaurant. It becomes stew fish. And oh, I can't forget, you can also get your red stripe here. You can get red stripe all over the property, but it tastes better when you're here taking in this view. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. But yeah, really great view from here. I was out walking this morning and it was really cool. The dive boats were tied up. They tie off right in front of the property in the evenings. And there was a huge rainbow. We had some rain overnight and there was a huge rainbow over the dive boat. I think it was trying to tell me something. I think I'm supposed to be diving right now. But instead I'm gonna go read books to 6-year-olds today as part of philanthropy that Sandals is putting on, which I think is pretty cool. We brought down school supplies for kids that need them. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. So behind me are the suites. Good morning. This is the Firefly buildings, and these suites are awesome. We actually got to tour one yesterday, so we'll put that in this video as well. We may break it out because this video might be kind of long, so we may do 2 videos, but you will get to see one of those, that suite there. It is 3 levels, really amazing. As you might imagine, the chairs down here are reserved for the people staying in these Butler suites. Okay, as you can see, the water sports activity crews are getting ready for the day. So, morning. We'll hustle up so we're not in their way. You can do kayaks, you can do these big, I call them big wheels, water big wheels. I'm not sure that's the right word for them. You can check out snorkel gear here. There's lots of activities you can do. You can try snuba. Snuba, I believe, is an extra cost. If you're a certified diver, diving is included here. But if you haven't gotten your certification yet, you'll have to pay to do either a Discover Scuba or to do an actual class here. Highly recommend doing the Discover Scuba if you haven't done it and you're thinking about doing or becoming a diver. It will be a very positive experience for you. So yeah, they also have Hobie cats here. You can take those out. And there's a catamaran as well that's here. So now we are walking behind the Firefly buildings. These are the suites, and over into the other categories. There's a lot of different categories here. So again, work with your travel advisor to find out which one is going to be right for you. But you can see just how beautiful the property is here. They've done an amazing job of keeping it up. The rooms are nice too. The room that I have, again, will be a tour of that. It's a really large room. I have a peekaboo view of the ocean. You can see from where we're at, if you spin that camera around, you will likely not have a view of the ocean if you're in one of these categories back here. So if that's important to you, make sure you get the right category so that way you can see that ocean. Myself, from my balcony, I have a peekaboo view of the ocean. So we head back here. We're getting close to the Red Lane Fitness area. Part of this is under construction, so they're going to be expanding it. They do have a little hot tub here. You can shower before you get in there. You're going to do that after. And oh, we're lucky, there's nobody in here. Bring you in. So you can see it's okay. A little small, but again, half of it is closed down because they're renovating it. So I think it's going to get a lot nicer, but just to keep up and maintain, it's probably got everything you need. There's some free weights in here. You get some cardio machines. Other than the heat, I don't know why you'd want to run on a treadmill when you have such a beautiful beach out there to go and run on. That's just my personal opinion. Okay. So here's the kids club pool. This is the children's pool right here. Okay, so we're outside the children's center. And I want to mention there are three, if your kids are into Sesame Street, there are three things that you can do with them. One, they have a character breakfast. It's, I believe, on Saturday mornings. There is a yoga session with Sesame Street characters. So if you want to get the kids out there, maybe mom, you're into yoga, you want to introduce your kids, that'd be super fun to do with the characters out there. And then the third thing that you can do is you can have story time. So if you have little kids, you can actually have one of the characters come up to the room at bedtime, and they'll read your children a bedtime story, which is pretty cool. The other thing I want to mention is they have an incredible program here, and this is throughout the Beaches properties. They have an incredible program here for autistic children, children with Down syndrome. It's called the Buddy Program, and it's for children up to 17. You can actually have a certified person walk around with your autistic person, and they will stay with you if you need to be with them because they have separation issues. They'll stay with you until the person gets comfortable, and it's just an amazing program. There is a small charge for it. I believe it's $20 per hour for children up to 17, but they will even take care of adults. They have a buddy program for the adults, and the buddy program for the adults it's a little bit more expensive. I believe it's $50 an hour, but even if you have somebody who is like has Alzheimer's or something like that, needs additional care, it doesn't have to be somebody on the spectrum, but they will actually take care of that person as well, so you can get a break. If your child is not on the spectrum, but you still need a break, trust me, I have 3 children. I remember those days. There were times when I needed a break. There is a nanny service as well. So the nanny service will run you around $20 an hour through the day. I think it's a little more expensive in the evenings. And you can get a break from your kids. Not saying that's a bad thing. Sometimes it's a needed thing. But yeah, you can do that. Now the only catch is if you're going off-site, there's limits to how far away from your kids you can get. You do have to take the nanny and the children with you. But you can take the nanny if you want to go off-site, so that way if you wanted to scuba dive or something like that, you didn't want to leave them on the boat by themselves, or they're not quite ready to snorkel, you could still go and engage in those activities with the nanny. The Children's Center over to the left, it's amazing. They have the coolest climbing feature in there. It actually spans 2 separate rooms. It has a bridge that goes over the hallway. It's open to the top. It's amazing. I really wanted to do it. They wouldn't let me. I'm a little disappointed about that, but yeah, it looks super cool. They also have an area for infants and nursing moms. There's an area where nursing moms can go in and nurse, and they have a refrigerator in there to store the milk if needed. So that's kind of cool. Up ahead, you can see there's a snow cone machine, and all around you can see there is putt-putt, all included here. You don't have to pay anything additional for that. Over to the left now, as I'm facing, is the basketball hoop. So cool little area here to do things, and it is all included. They also have tennis and pickleball, but I believe those courts are across the street. So we're not gonna see those today in this video, but they do have that available here on property. Over to the right again is that children's pool, nobody in it today. And apologies, we did not get video inside of the kids area because there were kids there. We always try to be respectful and not, we put as few people in our videos. Not everybody wants to be on video, and especially children. So, but if you want to see pictures of that, check out our 5-minute review, because we did get just regular video. We couldn't go with the 360 because the 360 captures everything. But we did get some video while we were in there, so we could kind of shoot at angles that didn't include the children. Over to the right, we're coming up on Soy. This is the sushi restaurant. We ate there, and oh, is it good. Very, very good. We got here with a larger group, so it did take a little longer to seat us, but that's not on them, that's on us. We didn't have any kind of reservation, so I don't need a reservation. You don't need a reservation for here, but if you show up with a larger group, you should probably let them know ahead of time, and they'll be better able to accommodate you. Okay, we're gonna take you through a concierge class. This is a category GS room. You can see it is really, really big. If you're watching this on one of our 360 videos, you can spin your camera around. If you're just watching on our tours, we will point you in the direction of what we're talking about. So as we come here in the middle of the room, you can see it is one room, so it's not separate rooms. You'll be with the kiddos. This room can actually sleep 5 people. So let me show you where the beds are. This bed here, if you spin your camera down to the left, if you're watching 360, this just converts to a bed. And then it has a little trundle bed that slides out, if I can get it to slide out. It's hard to do with one hand, but it slides out there into your second bed. And then this chair over here, where my backpack is sitting, is actually the third bed. It actually will pull out. You can see there's a little handle here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but it will actually pull out. So very, very nice, and that can be moved. So over here you've got lots of drawers, you got a nice TV, you actually have a microwave in here. There is a refrigerator. Now, the refrigerator, because it's a beaches and because there's kids, only comes with sodas, water, juices, those kind of things. You can get alcohol. You just need to fill out a little form and you take it down to the concierge. And this is what the form looks like. I know it's hard to see here, but you can order red wine, white wine. There's house selections. You can get beer up here as well. Okay. It's raining right now, so I'll probably try to do the balcony a different time, but I'll take it out here just so we have some on camera. But nice little balcony, and we can see the beach from here. I'm not gonna go too far out because I don't want to get drops on the camera lens. Now, one thing I have noticed in here is there are not a lot of electrical outlets in here. There are a couple on the wall over to the right, down there. The lampshades do have a USB, one USB in each one of them, so that will help a little bit. This over here, by the way, is a window. It is not a second balcony. You can kind of see the rain coming down there. We are in the raining season. So over here, again, another outlet right there. The master bed. There's an outlet in the wall. The air conditioning is handled by remote control, so you can adjust that. A lot of closet space here. There's extra blankets, extra pillows in here. There's robes, 2, one for mom and dad. You have your safe over here. It does come with a hair dryer and an iron, FYI. And then I love this. If you look beneath the sinks, there's actually little stools so the little kids can get up there to brush their teeth. There's 2 sinks in here, so 2 people can be in here at a time. And then you do have a separate restroom here with the toilet and the shower and tub. So this room does have a tub with it as well. Again, if you're have those littler kids who have bath time, you'll be able to do bath time in here. So again, category GS, this is concierge level. Very beautiful room. One additional detail on this room here, it is a connecting room, so you can connect to the room next door, and it's just connected by a door. So FYI on that. Okay, now we're gonna take you out and show you the balcony. I love this balcony. You've got a little drying rack over here. You have a little sitting area for 2. It's a little small for a room that holds 5 people, but that's okay because look at that view. Kind of hard to see through the beautiful palm trees, but you have an amazing view of the ocean and the beach from right here. Love, love, love my view. It's also nice too because you can see kind of some of the landscaped area. So you get kind of the best of both worlds over here. So this is the 2nd level. You can see it's got huge closets here. It's got an amazing balcony, an incredible view. And look at this bathroom, holy smokes. With this view of the ocean, unbelievable. If you're watching this on 360, make sure to spin that camera. And another balcony over here, it does not have an ocean view. Another bathroom. Here you've got bunk beds, little stairs to get up to the bunk beds, and these are big beds here. These aren't just like one. You could sleep 2 in each one of these beds. And then here's the top level. This is the 3rd level here. Got another bedroom up here. No bathroom up here. But you can see this top level balcony. Holy smokes, this is nice. You've got your telescopes up here. This is the Firefly building. This is a penthouse. Pan that camera around for the view. Unbelievable. Sitting area over here, the TV.
Once you walk up the stairs.
So this is a 4VP, Victor Peter. This is the ground floor. You can see it's got a ground floor roll-in shower, so it is accessible. You have a bedroom down here with twin beds, TV. There is a baby gate here that you can bring out. Keep your children and pets from going upstairs. It does have a microwave in here. It's got a little wine thing. I don't know what you call those. Not a cellar. Full-size fridge. Huge sitting area. This can sleep up to 10 people. Up to 10 people here. And you can see here plenty of outdoor space. You get an outdoor shower, so you shower off before you come in. Sitting area that's always in the shade. And remember, you're going to get really good sunsets because we're on the west side of the island. So you're going to have some amazing sunsets here. There's a little plunge pool here, outdoor eating area. This is a Butler suite, so you can get meals brought in here. You do get room service with the Butler suites. So this is one of the cool things that they have here. They give you suntan lotion. This is SPF 50. If you're bringing 10 people, packing sunscreen for 10 people can be a challenge. So they actually do provide it in this suite. Thanks for checking out this episode of Live on Location Tours. If we've inspired you to travel and you're not already working with a travel professional, consider giving our team of experts an opportunity to help you plan your next great adventure. We don't charge for our planning services, and all our suppliers match their online pricing. If you're enjoying our videos, be sure to give us a like below, but better yet, subscribe so you can stay up with all the latest and greatest content. Until we see you again, travel and be well.